How's it going, everybody? Max Everett Maxwell here. So there has been a lot of changes, and a lot of good changes at that. You know, the Holy Spirit has been working in my life for a lot more recently, and this is not just something that is only, dependent on my life, because the Holy Spirit works in everybody's lives, and God, He works in His own unique ways for everybody individually. And so really the idea is, for me personally, and I'm sure that this is a universal experience as well, that when you let go of toxic circumstances or toxic influences, the freedom that comes with letting all that toxicity go, it can both be exhilarating, while at the same time be overwhelming in an odd way, because before we realized we needed to let go of those toxic people in a counterintuitive way, of course, those toxic people were keeping us grounded, meaning in a way where they were keeping our emotions in check, quote unquote, by keeping us in a lower vibration, just keeping us in a lower state of well-being, these people not allowing us to experience the blessings that we want, or that we want. Because when you're stuck in a low vibration, when you're stuck around negative influences, you're hindering your own success in life, and also you're hindering the work of the Holy Spirit in your life, because the growth that you want to take on your goals and dreams and aspirations, it's going to be limited. And once you let go of all that all of those shackles, at first it feels overwhelming. And what was it? Yeah, it feels overwhelming, because you're just not used to it at first. There's just, what's the word? There's man, I can't think of the word, but there's just there's so much of a weight is being kind of lifted off your shoulders. That's the word, lifted off your shoulders, that you're just accustoming to this newfound freedom. And yeah, it gets tough at first, because when you're living out in the world at first, you feel you're expected to follow this way of living. You just got to get that. You got to say, depending on the household that you've lived in, told, okay, you gotta wake up to do this job, and wake up, do that 9 to 5, do this job, and only follow these particular careers, because so and so and your family did this, and so you should also do this. So it can delve into that. But as chosen ones, we want more in our lives. We don't want to be, we know that we are hindered to doing things that make us feel low, you know, that make us feel we're not growing spiritually as much as we want to. And if, you know, of course, you know, somebody's, you know, loves to work that 9 to 5 or loves to work that very concrete jobs, very mechanical job, then, you know, so be it. If that makes them fulfilled, then, you know, they should do that. But for us too, I guess the reason why I'm mentioning all of this is because, in a sense, the people that we keep the company around, they can influence our mindset and influence the amount of our goals and aspirations in life that we actually get accomplished. Because, you know, some people, they are confident in being average. They say, you know, yep, I wake up, you know, I get my paperwork done, I come home, you know, I drink a beer or whatever, and, you know, I'm satisfied. But in other people, they want to escape that. They want to experience more enlightenment. They want to experience every blessing that God has for them in their lives, and they also have the freedom to do that as well. The idea is knowing when you are being pushed back, when the devil is pushing you back into sin that affects you growing in your life and achieving, you know, all your goals and aspirations, versus being the mindset of, okay, yes, I intentionally want to live an average life, which, you know, as chosen ones, we don't want to do that. But, you know, there are people who are, you know, confident in just being simple, doing the bare minimum. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. But for us as chosen ones, we want to accomplish as much as we can. We don't want to, you know, come to the end of our life and realize, man, you know, God gave me this whole life and I just did nothing with it. I did the bare, you know, necessities with it. So yeah, just kind of summarize that, you know, it takes a lot of, you know, it takes it is such a huge transition going from, you know, when we gain this newfound freedom, when we've let go of all these bad habits, let go of all these strongholds once and for all, and experience this freedom. And it feels overwhelming. It can even feel tiring, because, you know, this is our new normal, really. Like, all this spiritual high of being set free completely is a new normal. But that just means that, you know, the higher that we rise, the more blessings there are to come, and the more wisdom and the more accomplishments that come with, you know, rising higher. And at the same time too, you know, new levels, new devils. There's going to be new obstacles, new just really new strongholds. But I guess not new strongholds, but just, I don't want to say like the word in the phrase, but, you know, new challenges. But yeah, just but at the same time though, really grateful for what, you know, what God is doing, and being aware that, you know, this is that God can do this in anybody's life. It's all about you know, being open to realizing that you are worth the life that you want to live. So that being mentioned, that's pretty much it. Man, it is so crazy. Just what I've been feeling, what I've been going through in a good way. But yeah, kind of just doing these updates when I can, trying to make it more authentic as I can. And yeah, that's basically it. Trying to get more, free flowing again with these videos. Trying to be as mechanical. Maybe the fact that I'm, mentioning these goals is, in the video itself makes it mechanical, but him, the Lord, he will help me with that. But thank you all so much for watching, and Max River Maxwell signing out. God bless, man. There's just so much on my mind, but want it to make sense. And yeah, Max River Maxwell signing out.